Hi angels, I hope everyone's doing well and I'm really glad that everyone's here. And this is just a chat video, okay? We're just, we haven't had one of those in a while. I am gonna show you one of my obsessions, and it's not even all of it. It's just some of them, and I don't know why I have them, but I do. So I'm gonna show them to you in just a minute. But first, if you're new here, thank you so much for giving my channel a chance. Please feel free to like, comment, and definitely subscribe. And if you're returning, thank you. I appreciate your support so much. So my hair is not wet. I did a hair, well, it is wet. It's not greasy, I'm trying to say. I did a hair mask and I dried it, but it's not drying as quickly as I had hoped. But I wanted to get it before I lose the natural light. I still have my ring light on, but I'm getting some nice light from this side and this side, which only happens for about an hour. But before I show you my obsession, I have a confession to make. Auntie Angel, you know how I tell you guys I own my 56 years. I've been through stuff. I know things, and I really do. I mean that, guys. But every once in a while, I realize I might be a little bit innocent. So I don't even know if it was in a FabFitFun box or if I picked it up in one of my hauls. I picked up a derma wand for your face. So I thought. So this is it. See? And it has the really soft exfoliators, and then it's got ridges. So when I was taking it out of the packaging, a battery came with it, and I thought, that's weird. Aren't you just supposed to suds up and rub in? And it says it's for serums and cleansing and everything. So I thought, okay, maybe it just, because I'm all about circulating with your skin, because that's what gets the new growth and exfoliate. But I'm very careful about exfoliating. I don't want anything harsh. That's why this is so soft. I thought, okay. So I popped the battery in. And it's very flexible too. So the little button's here. So I press it. And I went like this. I'm like, okay, it's a little speedy, but I can see that rubbing in the suds very nicely. So then I pressed it again to turn it off. Oh, it's even faster. That's not very pleasant on your skin, on your face. And this is me. Why would you need to do that? Okay, we're not going to talk about it anymore. We're not going to ever mention it again. The battery's coming out and I'm going to use it as a face brush. Auntie Angel can be innocent too. Also, I just want to warn you guys about ordering things online. I think I've been scammed, but I'm not 100% positive yet. So I will give you more details soon. But I ordered something because I saw the official commercial for it on the ad. And then I didn't get a confirmation on the shipping, and it's been over a week. And then it ended up doing it twice, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. And I emailed the company and nothing. And then I happened to see another ad from a different company with the same commercial. And then I read the comments. And the comments were all people who were saying this was a scam and that they had stolen the commercial. Now, I don't know if that's for sure yet. I did call my credit card company and alerted them, and they told me because it didn't give a definite delivery by date, I have to wait 30 days. But they have made a note and they're gonna watch my account for me. And at 30 days, if I haven't heard from the company, then I can dispute the claim and they'll get it back for me. But just be careful, you guys, online. I didn't think I could be scammed. I thought I was pretty savvy when it came to things like that, but it can happen to everybody. And if it does happen to you, don't you dare be embarrassed. There are people out there that make their life's ambition to rip other people off. Okay, and it drives me crazy, especially when they target seniors or I call them new Canadians, or, you know, people that aren't as tech savvy or English is a second language. It's not right, you know? And they can really, I don't know what the States, but here in Canada, we have one where they pretend they're from Revenue Canada, which is like your IRS if you're in the States. And it scares the crap out of older people. Like, they tell them they're going to be arrested and everything. And then they go tell them to go bring Amazon cards, which, but you know what? If you have an elderly person in your circle, talk to them about stuff like this. And a lot of these crimes go unreported because people are embarrassed to have been had. It can happen to anybody. It happened to me. Anyways, that's my little soapbox for the day. So, I have an obsession, and I have had this obsession most of my life. I have to get them, and they're heavy, blank journals. I just love them. This isn't even half. This one, I love hand-tooled leather, and this one has a rose on it and a fancy, and it has this. Oh, I just love it. But it's blank. I much prefer lines. Someday I'll write, you know, I have this novel inside me. I know I do. I just have to get it out someday. But someday, when the time is right, you know. And then I have little notebooks for, you know, when the mood strikes me. I like houndstooth a lot, you know. These ones are just blank lined ones, and they're short. Sometimes I just use them to write myself notes because I forget so often now. But these help me a lot. I ordered a bunch of these, but they weren't what I thought because I wasn't wearing my glasses. And they all have pictures of cities in the States, which is fine. That's absolutely fine, except I'm in Canada. But they're good books, and they're leather covers, so I'm actually saving these for you guys. They're going to be part of my 5,000 subscribers giveaway, because I don't want to just give one person a prize. I want to give a few people, right? So that's one of those will be one of the prizes for when I hit 5,000. And guys, I'm at 4,200, so we're getting close. I never thought I'd get this far. So these are just ones I picked up this week. Okay. This one with the K. Because even though I'm Auntie Angel, my name is Kim. And I love this one especially because it has the gold. I'm a sucker for that. It's shiny. My husband always says that. Oh, what happened to you? Did you see something shiny? Because I wander. I'm a big wanderer. But yeah, and it has that wonderful sound when you open a new book. I love that sound. And then I have this one. And I like the ones that come with a pen holder, so you're never looking for a pen. And this one is a real leather cover. And it's got the line pages. And I like this one because it's thick. You know, you can write, this is my novel book. This will be my novel. And I like the green so much, but you know, I also like burgundy. I have a problem. And then, when I was in chapters, I saw this one, and I just loved it, because it has just a little hand-drawn flower. It says notebook. I wish people would just stop putting things on it. I saw a really gorgeous one that I really was gonna buy, but it had a stag's head embossed on it, and I'm like, why? It was so perfect. Just, anyways, that's just my taste. But it's got the stitched binding, you know, from yesteryear, and it's got that beveled. The whole thing is beveled. Oh, that's a good sound. So, and then it's got the pages. And I like these because they lay flat, you know? So, yeah. And this isn't just part, this is just part. It also has moved because my husband did try to put an embargo on journals and coming into the house because I passed this on to my daughter. So I found a way around it. I have 5 5 do-it-yourself cookbooks. You know, you write your own recipes in, your family recipes. So one of those will be a prize too. I'm sorry guys, but when I like something, I like it, you know. But there's nothing wrong with that. And I do use them. I do my gratitude journals. I actually, this one started out as when I very first started doing my journals. You guys are gonna see how bad my handwriting is. Ideas for videos. Let's see if I've done them all. This was a while ago. Let's check it out together. I honestly don't know what this says, okay? Perfumes. Yep, I've done that. How I met my husband. Did I do that? Did I tell you guys how I met my... Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Circumstances change all the time. We talk about that almost in every video. That you don't know, you're not stuck. None of us are stuck. We may feel like it, but circumstances can change like that, you know. Guided meditation, we've done beaches, we've done massage, going into a oh, I haven't done going into a painting. We're doing that one tonight. Yep, we're gonna do that one tonight. What else? Reading stories, I did those ones. I wrote down Daily Abundance book. We know that was not a great one after all. Little behind the times on that one, but that wasn't effective. So yeah, and the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, this one's just a chat video. So, you know, if you just want to drone out, read, watch TV, study, you know, just keep me on blabbing, that's fine with me. I'm hearing from a lot of people right now about loss, that they've lost people. Guys, I did a video on loss, but I'm just gonna highlight some things. The biggest thing I can say is be gentle with yourselves. And I used to write that in cards for people. And one of my friends actually called me, and because I also take food. Whenever somebody passes, I take food to the family. And she said, what does that mean? Be gentle with myself. And I said, don't push yourself. Don't expect too much of yourself. Don't put other people's expectations on you, okay? You have enough to deal with right now. You're dealing with your grief and whatever comes from that. If you have to handle things, you don't need to be dealing with other people's expectations. And also being gentle with yourself. And this is hard for a lot of us. I say us, not you, okay? Let people help. If someone offers to help you, let them, okay? Not just for you, okay? You're doing them a favor too. People want to feel like they're helping you, especially when people love you. It's their only way of helping. So let them. Let them make you a meal. Let them pick you up a coffee. And that's a great thing to say if somebody's like, can I come over? Can I help? Like, you don't want to be alone, but you really do. Just say, you know what? I'm not up for company, but if you could door drop me a coffee and a muffin, you know, I'd really appreciate that. And you can see my face and know that I'm okay, but I'm just not up for a visit. They'll be relieved because it gives them something to do, okay? And that way you get a muffin. Or a donut, whatever you want, you know. Salad, why? But yeah, okay, salad, I'm not judging. The other thing is the memories that make you sad right now because they hurt from the loss, someday they're gonna make you smile and maybe even laugh. I promise you that. This past Friday was the anniversary of my dad's passing. My parents are a week apart. 13 years, but a week apart, exactly. So my brother and I always get together and have lunch on both those days. And, you know, even though my dad, it's 19 years, we still shed a couple tears, but we were laughing. Oh my gosh, were we laughing. And we both sad because My dad didn't get to meet my daughter. He didn't even get to know I was pregnant with her. Well, I know he met her up there, but he never got to meet my brother's wife. He didn't get to be at my brother's wedding. You know, so we're both sad about that, but at the same time, we love to talk about what, can you imagine if, and he would have loved her and he would have loved her, and you know, it was nice just chatting. And I promise you that you are going to get to that point. I promise you that. Okay? The other thing is, if you feel like your grief is quicksand, and if you're feeling that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Get some help. Talk to somebody. Okay? There are grief counselors you can call. Every funeral home in every city has a grief counselor. And they can talk to you free of charge. For the most part, I believe they're free of charge. And they can help you deal with some feelings. They can help you get some help if you need it. Okay? Grief can feel overwhelming, but if it feels like quicksand and you're not able to get out of it, it's time to ask for some help, okay? And it's as simple as picking the phone up, okay? And it doesn't even have to be the funeral home you used. If there's one closer, or if you want one not close because you don't want anyone to know it's you, call whoever you want, okay? Your local hospital can connect you with a grief counselor for free. Any public health agency, you know, just Google free or sliding scale, you know, based on income, counseling services, and you can find someone, I promise. But for the most part, grief is something you have to get through. You can't put it on a shelf and deal with it later. It has a way of wiggling into every part of you. So it's better to just face it and deal with it. And deal with it in your own way. There is no right way for anyone to grieve, okay? None at all. What you're grieving is your way of grieving. We all grieve differently, okay? I don't judge anybody. And I worked in a cemetery for 5 years, okay? Pretty much right out of high school. And it was in a sales office, not the actual grounds. But I did have to go to the grounds a few times. Anyways, I dealt with a lot of people at their heart, at their most vulnerable. And there is no right way. And I've seen everything from people who pretend nothing's wrong to people who are basically wearing ashes and sackcloth. That's a very old expression, but, you know, and I remember laughing at the funeral home, you know, planning my mom's funeral. My brother and I laughed at my dad's when we were planning the funeral, and my mother kicked us out. She laughed later, much later. But, you know, you're still you. You're just you grieving. Remember that. You're not grief. You're still you. You're just you dealing with grief. It's the same as mental health, guys. You're still you. You're just you dealing with fill in the blank, okay? And you're perfect. You're enough. You're more than enough. You're enough. And you're absolutely perfect, okay? Anyways, like I said, it was just a quick chat. And tonight we're definitely going to do the guided meditation going into a painting. I just have to find the right one. This should be fun. So yeah, and that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you didn't laugh at me too much at the beginning. And yeah, anybody else have any journal obsessions? They make such nice, there must be others because they make such nice ones, you know? And some of them are really pricey. Oh, goodness. Anyways, guys, I love you. I value you. I honor you. And I'm so very, very glad that you were born.